The guys are doing some other stuff. Makes it sound like
Some
drug
other
dealers.
stuff. Yeah, very interested. But hey, they're here now. They're ready to play their Counter-Strike, and they're here to try and show us what they can do against FaZe. They haven't been given the easiest opening matchup, but I wonder if that... I kind of hope it takes the pressure off them a little bit. They should really have very little expectations into this one, and maybe that means they can show us something we're not expecting here.
Very interesting series ahead. Oh, that's a good start. 2 headshots onto Rain. Definitely, you know, fragging Rain outside is not an easy thing to do. So that's definitely a promising start for them.
Ooh.
Very distracted by Twistzz right here. But he is delivering the headshots on the server, and this is, well, this has changed. This has turned around quite dramatically then. ASAP has a lot to do. Gets a second 1v1, but broky will deliver the kill. So, a promising start, but FaZe will take the pistol after all.
Yeah, I feel like Rain looked a little, you know, not warm, I would say. A little cold there on the initial yard fight. Didn't quickly react to the player peeking him. But then you see Twistzz on that A-bomb site. I feel like Twistzz could be a problem for Rooster in this series. They've probably never played with someone that has his sort of aim. He's just so snappy, Twistzz. You see the headshots delivered. Pinpoint precision. Now Rooster will go for the force buy and see what they can do with the Tech 9s.
In they go. Easily dealt with by Twistzz, who's trying to squeeze a third frag out of that MP9. Carrigan looking to clean up the rest. TJP will get a kill, though, to make it 2 for the round. No bomb plant, though, for Rooster. And that will be a fast one. That goes the way of FaZe once again. No bomb plant, 2 dead. Won't be too concerned with that. As you can see in the top right, Nuke is the pick of Rooster with Inferno to come, chosen by FaZe.
Yeah, and it's a tough veto because you look at the win percentages and you think to yourself, okay, FaZe only have a 25% win percentage on Nuke. That sounds like a good pick against them. But then you realize they've had 3 losses against G2, close losses, and then 1 win against Spirit. So it is still a good map for FaZe, even if they haven't been able to get results on it recently. That's not a bad start here for Rooster. The Glock's getting something going, but they get in slapped right back to reality in this one.
Well then, a fast 3-0 for FaZe, and the game will begin now. The AWP will be out for Chelios. Let's see what these young lads can do. A new generation of Oceanic players.
Got an SG on the board.
Indeed, the Krieg is out for ADK. He wants that 100% armor penetration. It's the fire rate which just feels so weird with that rifle versus what it used to be. Like, it's just feels somewhat unnatural. But it's still a very accurate weapon. More accurate than the AK even before you use the scope. Worth noting.
I'd say if you're picking up the SG, it might be worth going towards Yard with it, seeing if you can get the long-range fights at your advantage. That's probably your best bet, because as you said, as soon as you go close quarters, the spray is going to be very slow. It is that Yard play early. Rain decides to tuck back into Garage, and they've allowed ASAP to get down secret here on the Rooster side. So that's a good bit of early map control for Rooster to work with.
Now, as a young team, do you wonder what the mid to late round will be like? Because I would imagine, especially with a team with a history like FaZe, I would feel like the longer the round goes on for, the harder it gets to find something to exploit for a team like Rooster. So, while FaZe are chilling, dropping the bomb in the lobby as well. That's a lot of information for them. Twistzz will be doubly ready for a push now. 35 seconds on the clock. Not too much utility left, but they'll be focusing on the rifles here. Rain still causing problems outside. 26 seconds. Now, FaZe have to know that Rooster are making a play towards its A bomb site, but they still need to get these kills. Twistzz starting to poke in towards height as he starts to wonder about this timing. broky caught off guard. His teammate's not covering him there. This one's falling apart for FaZe Clan. Man advantage now as they plant the bomb, Rooster. It is early though. Arrogant, showing lots of presence, and that will allow ropz to activate off of that. Grenades towards the back of the site now. Combination and down as it goes. 1v1, won by ASAP, and Rooster are on the board.
How did ASAP get those kills so quickly? That must have been such a quick transfer between the two players. Beautifully done by Rooster to come back into the round. Netic initially able to get that double entry onto the A site, which was so important. I think you see here FaZe just a little slow, a little awkward, and there is that transfer. Just able to get the adjustment on towards ropz in time. A nice round for Rooster to pick up, but they have to keep it going because now this is a proper full buy for FaZe. And some limitations in the buy of Rooster. They didn't get to save the AWP, and they've got a bunch of Galils in the mix in this one.
Lack of familiarity, maybe FaZe wondering late what Rooster were up to there. Can't imagine that timing on A happens too often. But it's a great early round for Rooster. And now with that, they have a great opportunity if they're able to get a consecutive one. FaZe happy to wait, allow Rooster to come to them. 1 minute on the clock.
Nice re-smoke for Squeaky. Allows Karrigan to transition over towards the CT vent. Rooster did put those smokes down towards Yard, even if they didn't follow them up. So they have put some presence elsewhere on the map. It looks like they're grouped into lobby for a potential fast pop towards A.
There's practically no counter util here for FaZe either. They're simply going to have to frag out. Karrigan must have been spotted. Rain goes down just as Karrigan does. Broky misses the flick, and that's the round over. This is huge for Rooster. This is the money broken for FaZe Clan. They'll be lucky to save anything at this rate. I wonder, this slow pace from Rooster, will it invite more aggressive response from FaZe in rounds to come?
Yeah, we did see FaZe earlier go for that aggressive setup towards ramp, which paid dividends for them. And in some of the earlier rounds, they were just crunching in towards lobby, and it was proving pretty effective. So we could see those options later for FaZe, but that's a really well-played round from Rooster. As soon as they realize they're out through Squeaky so far, they just throw that flash towards CT vent, and they time the push incredibly well with that flashbang. They basically had the player running out before the flash even popped, because they realized FaZe would have to turn away. That's what allowed them to get out so far towards the site. Saw ASAP getting that important kill towards Yard as well. Just all the frags coming through in quick succession. And FaZe just maybe a little slow out of the gates here. Their economy will get broken. And this gives Rooster the best possible opportunity to get some early success here.
Twistzz with the hero M4. Everybody else on a more or less of a clean eco. You can see a 5-7 in the hands of ropz. Such a young team here. But it's refreshing to see such a young squad make such an effort to make it in Counter-Strike. Spend their own bucks for a boot camp, try and put themselves in the best situation. Like you don't really see that kind of discipline with players of this age. Really impressed with that. Need to keep that rifle out of the hands of these CTs, but you can see Twistzz looking to hold angles on that rifle. ropz has got an AK already. They might go for this. The bomb hasn't been planted just yet. Maybe they'll look to save these rifles then. Well, it's quite an interesting game so far.
Yeah, I think more worried about their own economy at this point, FaZe. Especially with that smoke down towards main. A little too difficult to reposition in time for the retake. As you were saying, definitely an intriguing start here. I think it's almost nice for Rooster to start on the T side here of their map pick, because FaZe maybe aren't as warm as they would want to be at the start. Ooh, that wallbang actually landed. But yeah, they're maybe not as warm as they would want to be. So if you win a couple of these key gun rounds early, you can actually get a pretty solid T side together here on Nuke. And then you hopefully put the pressure on FaZe. You see if they can step up under that. Guns were saved, so FaZe can at least get good utility, even if they can't afford the AWP on this occasion. This is where we might expect to see FaZe start to step it up a bit. As you were saying earlier, definitely options for CT aggression on Nuke. Let's see if FaZe themselves try and take some initiative now.
No sniper on this occasion. Rain ready for the fast plays, though. Change of pace from Rooster. So far, it's been thwarted. Rain, though, holding down 2 jobs, looking to his left, killed from the right. That gives some nice options for Rooster. Makes things somewhat awkward now. That would have been a really big frag for ASAP, but broky cuts the numbers once more. 4v2 now for FaZe, as they try to build something of their economy. You can see ADK and TJP moving together, but ropz has surely got a great angle through the smoke. Trades will continue. Now, TJP, even if they lose the round, he can still make this quite expensive for FaZe. Inviting that rotation over, wondering of the B bomb site. FaZe can't really afford to take any more losses here. Oh, stops the bomb from being planted at least. And they keep 3 players up after all.
A lot of small details in that round. Initially, you see Rain not playing further back towards Yard, in towards Garage like previous. This time, he's playing in main, which is why he's able to deny that drop so easily initially. But I think Rooster realized pretty quickly, if Rain is there, we might have the chance to wrap through Yard. So they hoped to try and do that with ASAP. Unfortunately for them, though, broky had a nice response on the rotation. Just really well played throughout by FaZe to cover the gaps as soon as they opened on the map. Now we do have those AWPs out for both teams, and I think Rooster might just go back to that slower play style. That was a slight switch. They tried something slightly quicker. Now they are going to slowly see if they can get that Yard control and go from there.
Minute 20, there are 2 incendiaries for FaZe and a smoke. Make it 1 incendiary. See if that has a part to play later on. Well, there's that incendiary gone, trying to stop the advance into secret. But they have to assume it's been compromised. And at this point, they've got 1 flash and that's about it. So FaZe have got a long minute to wait for Rooster to make their play. Rain dancing outside, trying to avoid Chelios. Trying to hold down main as well. 50 seconds on the clock for Rooster. Absolutely seen outside, but what is the ultimate play? They've got options open to them now. Position of the bomb is unknown. And even with that compromise of secret, they've still got 4 players in the lobby position. So A could be an issue here for FaZe.
The thing is, FaZe haven't really responded. They haven't really rotated away from this A site. They've still got 3 CTs here, but Chelios wins the opening fight. And that could be the decision to go into this A-bomb site confirmed. But look at the crossfire. Karrigan and Twistzz still in position and locking them out entirely. ASAP can do absolutely nothing as Karrigan and Twistzz get all the kills between them.
broky a bit cold on the AWP at the beginning of this one. It's really dry to just stare at an angle for ages as well. It's hard to stay too alert. So Rooster making the entries into the A-bomb site, but not able to finish off the job there. FaZe all out of util, simply having to frag and try and avoid the trades. You see Karrigan playing by the blue box on the site. Really integral to survival there. We see a fast one from Rooster on this occasion. Down goes broky again. Rain's here to protect the weapon though, and Twistzz with a multi-frag will make this a very short eco round indeed. 6 rounds for FaZe Clan.
Light work for FaZe. And I wonder if Rooster are starting to have to realize that at this top level of CS, teams are normally going to be ready for those A rushes on the low buy. You know, maybe when you're playing regional Counter-Strike, teams might not keep track of the economy as well. Maybe they're not 100% thinking that the A rush is going to be ready. You you can see FaZe are just so prepared on these low-buy rounds. It's another fast A play prepared here. Ooh, and damage to Carrigan.
They're continuing now. Twistzz has lost his position, but he can throw some flashes and try and go back in. Tight angle, but he will be traded. broky dropping the smoke for the one-way. ASAP creeping on the side. That's pulling Carrigan away from main. He spotted his head, though, but this is still wasting time for the CTs. 4-on-4 retake. They've got kits, and ASAP somehow wins that duel. And now that's going to waste broky's time. There might be a safe situation for FaZe here. Otherwise, they risk losing everything. Too much ask for ASAP, and it'll be a 3-on-3. Seems that they're considering it. ropz is going up the ladder. And Rooster may be leaving the site somewhat early. Oh no. Dear, they've completely abandoned it. They've lost all their positions. They've got kits, the smoke is up as well, but ADK is ready to stop that defuse. Still going for it. broky trying to do what he can. He'll make it expensive at the very least, but they have lost everything.
Oh, for a second, that looked very scary, but ADK, despite not having many frags on the board in this game, gets an all-important one there. He's able to get the defuser. You see that focus. Fantastic. Realize with such little time, he doesn't want to fight the player in front. He needs to just focus on the man on the bomb because his teammates were nowhere near the action. So well played by Rooster. That time the fast A play does pay off for them. And I think they have switched the pace up pretty decently here on this T side, Rooster. They've had a couple of fast rounds at the right time, and now they've got an opener through door onto Twistzz. He's been the biggest hitter for FaZe.
Yeah, this is super fascinating. The lack of familiarity will certainly play into Rooster's favor. Rain looking to his right, but ASAP is here late. Carrigan's trading. They've got to keep these trade frags up, but even that makes it very costly for FaZe. Holding onto the site just about. And things start to slow down. That bomb needs to be picked up. See if FaZe can play a proactive game at this point. 1 minute on the clock, broky wondering what the situation is towards the ramp. FaZe players forced to be a bit separate now. Carrigan spots the bomb, but can't do too much about it. Numbers are dwindling once again. ADK's turn to lurk outside, but ropz has a very nice angle if they head towards Squeaky, and indeed, it looks like they might be doing exactly that.
Oh, they still have that one smoke. Would they use it towards main? Does ADK spot him? No. Not ready for ropz, but that's the information. Walking out dry, though, not using that smoke, and ropz makes them pay. They all go into his crosshair, and that is what ropz is capable of. Really solid aim. And Rooster, unfortunately, unable to convert that advantageous position.
Timing working out well. Low health, Netic. Little option, but to try and trade the frag into ropz.
Yeah. Just couldn't get the timing right on those trades, sadly.
Well, things are looking competitive at the beginning, which is great. Because, again, this is such an unknown. I think every match is going to be an unknown for Rooster. They said they can't beat outsiders. They seem confident versus everybody else. So far, so good on his T side, I would say.
Yeah, it seems like Chelios is a pretty big fan of Jame on the outsiders side, as he is the AWP IGL of this team. Always fun when you get an AWP IGL combo. And it is interesting, Chelios actually did go to America briefly in 2019. Played with Ocean, who was someone who brought up a lot of NA talent. I think he helped in the career of Twistzz too, actually. So definitely you can see these guys really do want to get that experience in whatever way they can. Motivation clearly there. And ropz and broky just farming in this round. Basically nothing invested by Rooster. So nothing doing for them this time, sadly. You don't need many more rounds on the T side of Nuke, though. 1 or 2 more, and you're in a pretty good position.
Yeah, there's promise for sure. It's just so fun watching ropz's POV. He's just smarter.
He's just clinical.
He really is in his own lane, ropz, as a player. Well then. Opportunity knocked for a 5th round for Rooster.
I love that Rooster have been picking up a couple of Galils in rounds like these. They realize how important that full utility is. And they've showed us that their utility has been pretty solid. They've had some pops towards door with the nades and the smokes. They've had their yard smokes on point. So I think it's good that they have that utility in their hands in this round.
Trying to invite the utility dump from the CTs. But they're holding on to a bit more. They're starting to learn FaZe. 3 incendiaries and a smoke still in their hands around the minute mark. Now Rooster seem to be focused towards the ramp. Surely that's enough for broky to see some legs. Not really responding to the util that we're seeing thrown from Rooster. Not sure if they'll hear that scope. Now they're starting to poke. And now we're going to have some problems for Rooster with these 2 incendiaries. If they're in the right place and they're dumped at the right time, that could really ruin a push from Rooster here. Once more, they've got the numbers in A. And there's that late incendiary towards the hut. 30 seconds on the clock. Rain's got a last one. He might not have the angle, or maybe he does if he's fast enough. He really needs to throw it now. Twistzz needs that help. Molotov being dumped. And that's the bomb stuck in squeaky position with no frags for Rooster. FaZe starting to adjust as this half continues.
Yeah, tough round here for Rooster. I think this is the first time they've really tried to run down the clock significantly. And they just didn't have enough utility left at the end of the round there. Even one of the smoke and flash combos they had was on ASAP, who's been lurking towards yard. So he can't really help with the A play. He even gets taken out by ropz before he can do anything. You see just not much utility left as they try and go into this A site. FaZe are going to lock that down all day long. Despite some promise early for Rooster, FaZe are now starting to show us their class here. Oh, there's a little gap for Rain to work with.
Oh boy, he could get knifed here.
Yeah, they're going around the other side.
Oh, he could get knifed.
He's going to think it's clear right now. Oh my goodness. They've gone past him.
He heard one player go towards Secret, but they won't be ready for this. But Carrigan is in a great position, or maybe he isn't. ADK with 2. Well, this has turned around quite weirdly. Rain now playing anti-eco position as a T, but as a CT. Very bizarre stuff. ASAP stuck in squeaky now. Manages to escape for the time being. Very bizarre round. broky still on the high ground. ropz moving through squeaky. Deals with ASAP before the molly goes out. Never 3 versus 2. A surprise plant maybe for Rooster. How much further can they go? TJP and ADK remain. Steps coming through from Hut. broky has to play off of his teammates here. Great angle for TJP. Is he ready for ropz as well? broky continuing to poke through. 1v1 now. Down to broky. Can he land the shots? He can with the deagle on both players to make it 10 rounds for FaZe.
Yeah, nicely done by broky. Not easy there to do with the deagle. But he knew that TJP was trapped in the corner and he could just play with his opponent. No need to force the fight straight away. As difficult as possible for TJP here, who did such good work up until that point. Winning the second fight was impressive, and you just see the jiggles making it as awkward as possible for the opponent on that angle. It's a double AWP setup here for the last round of the half on the FaZe side. I think ropz is juggling one of those AWPs out of spawn. broky's been run boost. That might give him the angle on Dora. Ooh, no kill though.
Not his best half, is it? Oh, absolute disaster
God.
with the AWP. Many going down towards B now with the bomb in tow as well. Off to the races, molly on the ramp. Is there a 5th round here for Rooster? Only 3 players remain. Rain will blow the doors off, go for some sprays. ADK lucky to be alive. Chelios will fall, leaving ADK with a lot to do with 20 HP. 3 more CTs to fight, but only ASAP to catch them. With 2 HP. It's going to be all too difficult. So promising run, but it will be 11 rounds at the half for FaZe Clan. Rooster showing their teeth in this first half. We'll see if they've got any aggression left when we get to the second.
It's where our art is, showing them that you are hip-hop. Long as you finish, doesn't matter where you started. I call when I win, I'm alone. When the wind blows in and I won't lie. Oh, and home, I get home, go home, get home, go home, get home, go home, get home. Why? Home is where the heart is, yeah. I said I'm in love with my hood, just know my love ain't lust. Hater said he had my chick, just know my broads ain't touch. Don't be snitching on my clique and get my dog caged up. Look for smoke and get you all blazed up like a chimney. Aggressive with the ace when I hit your face with the mini-me. Have to switch the plates when I use the K on the enemy. I shoot it's automatic like bad habits and tendencies. All in the back, puffing the remedy. With a 9 on my lap, she like it tender me. I started from scratch, now the epitome. These rappers are my sons, y'all motherfuckers be kidding me. I'm smoking blunts out the Range Rover, the chain smoker. Dangerous, pretty ugly with Dracos if you ain't noticed. My hometown is a war zone and it ain't bogus. The fridge is filled with a gang of coke and it ain't soda. When I win, I'm alone. When the wind blows in and I won't lie. Oh, and home, I get home, go home, get home, go home, get home, go home, get home. I go home when I win. I'm alone when the wind blows and I won't lie. Oh, and home, I get home, go home, get home, go home, get home, go home, get home. I go home when I win. I'm alone when the wind blows and I won't lie. Oh, and home, I get home, go home, get home, get home, go home, get home, go home, get home.
Perhaps the game gets even more difficult now for Rooster as the sides change. They take 4 rounds into the second half. They start on the CT side now. They have to defend versus the likes, versus the prowess, versus the reputation of FaZe Clan. Notorious for their skills on the server. They'll be here with the Glocks, although Twistzz has been made the raid boss with the P250. Can't even finish a sentence, and he's already gone. Broky down in the vent, though, could maybe do something about this.
Chelios got them off to the strong start in that first half pistol, and Rooster could not convert it. Let's see if this one goes better for them. Damage done onto TJP. He's going to play safe. Chelios here to help. And they will still keep their man advantage for now. Oh no, ropz able to get his Glock out in time. And now FaZe can go back up to that A bomb site and put Rooster in a really rough retake.
Poking up the ladder, looking for the kills. Two players in Kevlar are at half health, but they really know how to land the headshots. And that is the notoriety we were talking about. Clinical headshots from FaZe Clan as they take the second half pistol for a very strong start then to the second half. That one was quite crucial considering the score. So Rooster will have to do things the hard way, even harder in fact, after losing that pistol. That is a hell of a headshot from ropz.
Shout out Rain for picking up that P250 and doing so much with it. But
Daddy.
Man, yeah. It does feel like FaZe have just hit that next level. Rain is just doing Rain things. ropz continues. It is just the USPs in this round. But you can just kind of see it on the server. You can feel it.
The first map of the series, picked by Rooster, is Nuke with Inferno to follow. And we may get there quickly the way things are going. If you're joining us late, then Rooster certainly put up a fight in that first half. I don't think the score does them justice in that respect, especially considering the team they're up against.
Yeah, they kept it pretty competitive. There's a couple of promising signs. ASAP was doing pretty well towards Yard against Rain early on. But now Rain has decided it's his time to shine. Here we go. We got the guns out for Rooster. They need this round, and they need it badly. Our MAC-10's in play for FaZe. And ouch, Carrigan taking a ton of damage early. Well-timed utility from Rooster. But Carrigan's already down secret here.
Nice utility usage thus far. If they push past this, Netic might have some options. Avoids the flashbang. Carrigan drop, not gonna outstay his welcome. TJP's on the site, and he'll try to lead them in his direction. They can combine their forces, or try to at the very least. But there's a minute 20 on the clock, and FaZe have taken control of control. Huge presence being shown towards B. The bomb's down here as well. ropz is the only man upstairs as they start to breach the bomb site. The MAC-10s are coming through, and we have colossal problems downstairs for Rooster.
An advantage for FaZe. And it's extended upon by ropz. Nothing ADK can do here. Doesn't even get a look in towards the B-bomb site. Too quick on the FaZe side, even though Rooster had that rotation initially. They had that initial kill on the hold towards lower. It just turned against them so quickly. And this is unfortunately what might happen to you when you pick Nuke against FaZe. I still think FaZe are probably one of the best Nuke teams out there. They've played G2 close on it so many times. And everyone's saying G2 are the best right now. So it's tough, but then again, what do you pick against FaZe? You know, you probably are just going for a map you're comfortable on here, I guess, as Rooster. But you can see the problems that have come through because of that. I'd have loved Rooster. If I was in their boot camp, I would just be grinding Anubis and just trying to pick that against people. That's what I'd do.
Trying to get away from, well, trying to keep FaZe off of game point here will not be easy. Haven't gone for that full investment in this round. That'll be a free one for Rain as Chelios tries to find something around the smoke. Remainder will try to concentrate their efforts to the A-bomb site, but as we can see, FaZe are making inroads towards B. Fairly pedestrian half thus far for FaZe after winning the pistol. The desperation levels are high, of course, with a 4-14 scoreline. 2 M4s to be taken into the next round then, if they're lucky. After a period of adjustment at the beginning of the first half, FaZe have been learning something about their opponent. Able to pull away afterwards. It's always going to be a big test for Rooster. broky's been cold with the AWP in this first map. Not too concerning as far as the score is concerned, but See if he lands his shots in the second one, as that might be just around the corner.
That's always a bad feeling when you get run down in spawn like that. You just get traded so cleanly. Rooster have at least saved enough to get themselves a pretty good gun round here. At least one chance like this on their CT side. Got Chelios on that AWP, who I was maybe hoping for a little more from. As you were saying, I think FaZe were just a little slow out the gates, you know, not 100% warm initially. broky still has been missing some shots. Wasn't able to get the angle this time, and some clean kills early for Rooster. Oh, and ropz has died to himself somehow. Was he dropping down? And he maybe got shot in the air?
Probably. Normally what happens on Nuke. Well then, the combined, they've got 13 HP, broky and Rain. See what they can do with this AK and AWP, if anything. Flashbang given to a teammate, which will allow Rain to swing. Now that's a lot of sound cues outside. That's so much information for Rooster. With that, they can post up accordingly. Now, do FaZe hold position, or are they actually going to try and make a play? Twistzz has almost got $10,000, so they can make this expensive for the CTs. Carrigan's short, but apart from that, they can buy in the next round. So there is an argument to keep up the pressure. But if broky was to walk to a site scoped in, it would take a very long time.
Yeah, you are slow as slow can be. A little hermit crab. I think FaZe have just decided they are going to turtle up in this one. Oh, didn't realize Chelios was there. USP peeks around the corner and says hello. And goodbye to FaZe's AWP. I didn't know Rain's AK is called King Wizard. But now I know. Unless someone dropped it to him, of course. There you go, look, he's showing it. Showing us it.
Is that like a Harry Potter thing?
Yeah, I don't. Well, I was thinking that Twistzz is the magician. So I was like thinking maybe it was his, but I don't know, maybe not. Maybe Rain is Gandalf. Who the hell knows?
Maybe he's available for birthday parties.
Oh, I wish. Imagine Rain at your birthday party. You're the coolest kid in town.
Rooster have mustered a buy then. The 4 M4s are out. All silence in the AWP for Chelios. TJP in an aggressive spot. Rain lurking around T-Red. Don't think he had that connection. There's a great flashbang, but he just can't finish off the job. Twistzz will punish him for his insolence. Rain on the flank as well. Might punish this reload from ADK. Nezik on the way downstairs. Don't think they realize where Rain is. By that credit card position. He certainly heard ADK earlier on, trying to figure out where he's gone as they are ships passing in the night at present. I think he heard the AWP as well. So Rain has a lot of information. Still doesn't know where ADK is.
Oh boy. Oh, poor Chelios just spots him and then doesn't even have his gun out. ADK also in a position now where he's probably in trouble. They know exactly where he is. Uncomfortable in this position. broky is still scoped in. I think he missed his opportunity there, but in comes a nade. That will finish the job. And I think Rooster might get finished off shortly here. Natic trying to fight back, but it's all on ASAP. Ooh.
Really lining them up. They've got 22 seconds to plant this bomb, so this could be somewhat awkward. Seems they want to focus on trying to get this kill, but eventually going to have to rotate down towards B. Down goes Rain into the 1 versus 1. Now broky has to either commit to this bomb site or expect the peak. Won't come in time. Running towards the ramp, and he will be caught by ASAP. That was quite the run from broky. Goes down for free. And Rooster are in it by the skin of their teeth.
There we go. ASAP has been the shining light for Rooster. Up to 16 kills now. Showed some really crispy aim and some good awareness in some of these scenarios. Actually asked on Twitter whether the Rooster logo is jacked, because the Rooster looks pretty jacked. And apparently because it's an Australian Rooster, apparently they're all jacked, is what I'm learning. And then I also got told that I should ask ASAP to show me his guns.
Okay.
He's looking pretty good, you know? Maybe that's some of the other ways of income.
Moving swiftly on, it's still game point for FaZe Clan, quite a few, and there'll be a big fight on the A-bomb site. ASAP will be swung on by 2 players. Look at these trades. That is how you abuse the numbers on the T side. Chelios taking nades up top. TJP coming round from main. Chelios will have to try and run distraction, but that Molotov's certainly not going to help. TJP posting up behind the smoke then. Going for some pot shots as Rain slinks by with 2 HP. Such an awkward situation for the final 2. The kit's in the hands of Chelios. If he dies up top as well, that will make things even more difficult. Running in with the USP, just to show how hard things are at the end here. TJP 1 versus 3 versus the UMP of Carrigan. Put out of his misery. FaZe take Nuke over Rooster.
Solid showing from them, and I think FaZe here will be pretty happy with how that's gone for them. As soon as that Nuke got picked, I'm sure they were licking their lips. And they have been satiated. Their hunger has been quenched for now. I'm sure they'll be hungry for that 2-0, though.
Indeed. We'll head to a break. When we're back, we'll have a quick breakdown of that game of Nuke. Don't go too far away.